supportive. I want to be able to keep my plans.
So I'm asking my doctor about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
Andrea Bocelli in concert, presented by Stiefel, May 17th, 8 p.m. Vivint Arena. The world's most romantic voice, Andrea Bocelli in concert. Tickets on sale now at VivintArena.com.
I'm unique, and so are my financial needs. That's why when Zions Bank says they're dedicated to valuing you, supporting you, serving you, understanding you, protecting you, what they're really saying is they're dedicated to providing me with tools and services designed to meet my unique financial needs, no matter what stage of life I find myself in. It's just one of the many ways Zions Bank is for you and for me. A division of Zions Bank Corporation, N.A., member FDIC, equal housing lender, and MLS number 467014.
The Utah Jazz would like to thank PAX for their support of Junior Jazz basketball. Because of PAX, 60,000 kids enjoy the Junior Jazz program each season.
Oh boy, he goes deep mode. He's blazing. He's blistering. He's scorching. He's your Utah Jazz hot player of the game.
Slams it home. 39-31 Kings. Vanderbilt driving, double clutch, and finishing in the rim. Vanderbilt brings up the front court, drives, attacks the bonus. Layup good. Clarkson, ball fakes, gets in the lane, lobs, Vando dunk. Well, he has been a D8 tonight. Jared Vanderbilt, 14 points, 9 rebounds, and he picks up De'Aaron Fox defensively now. They switch Conley onto Fox, pass to Sabonis. Sabonis, third most touches in the NBA. Gives it right side to Murray. Murray gives it back to Sabonis. He holds, palms with the left hand. Bumps, backs, Jazz bring a double. Rotate out to Barnes for 3, no good. Rebound, battle, market, and high up with 2 outstretched arms, grabs it. Pushes ahead to Clarkson. Rise and fire 3. Front rimmed it. 70-64, Sacramento leads by 6 with 8 minutes to play third quarter. Murray quickly right side 3, miss. Rebound comes down to Beasley from the Jazz run. Beasley brings over the left side of the floor. Now back to the right hands to Clarkson. Rotates to Conley. Mike drives on Herter. Body bump, draws the contact. 3 free throws coming. Keegan Murray was the Western Conference Rookie of the Month. That is a larger statement on the Western Conference rookies than it is a statement on Keegan Murray.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Well,
if you think about it,
there's not very many good Western Conference rookies this year, because Chet Holmgren, who was the Oklahoma City pick, is not playing. Number 4 pick is Murray. Paulo Banchero has been incredible in Orlando. Jabari Smith actually has become pretty good in Houston. That's another Western Conference rookie. We'll see him next. Conley splits the free throws. 7-0 Jazz run. They're back within 5. Jazz aren't going away. This is a resilient group. Fox, left side, Murray. Sabonis mid-block left. Now deep block. They double. He bounces the pass to Murray inside. He gets off it. Drives out to the wing. Down low to Sabonis. Left-hand hook. Up, no good. Rebound Clarkson. Sabonis has missed a shot. His third of the game. Clarkson in the lane. Rotates to Markin and catches it. A kneecap. Brings it into his shooting pocket. Lets it fly and misses. Fox accelerates. Left to right. Into the paint. Big steps. Lost the ball. Tries to save it. Does. Murray left side 3 is good. Fox was standing out of bounds when he saved that ball, and the former history teacher, Brett Mansell, should get an F for that call.
That's twice tonight.
And I wouldn't want him fighting my wildfire anymore. 73-65. Marketing, hard drive at Barnes. Kick to the corner to Clarkson. Clarkson works himself. Steps through, puts up a right-hand shot and scores. And my goodness, the dance steps of Jordan Clarkson. 73-67. Fox attacking. Big drive through the lane. Lost the ball. Beasley has it. Beasley pushes ahead to Conley right side. Leaves it back to Markkanen, fouled by Murray. Had he collected, head his way up, Nick Kuchart will tell us. 2 shots. Lowry goes to the free throw line. Here's what Lowry said about him developing more and more every game.
I mean, we've been putting work in with assistant coaches, with Will, and just kind of going over the details of footwork we can do and then just reading the defense. But of course, part of it is just getting stronger physically and seeing those different coverages and stuff like that. So I think it's a work in progress still, but just seeing some progress happening. So we're still working on it every day, but yeah.
Lowry makes both free throws. He's been great at the free throw line recently. Coming.
It's on the shot clock. Back to Petritis. Zia.
Sabonis is crazy physical. In fact, Will Hardy said he's maybe the most physical player in the whole league. And he is getting doubled and then fighting back for position. Here's Sabonis. He leads the NBA in handoffs. Herter's coming to get it. Herter gets the handoff. Fires the three. Missed it. Rebound Markkanen. Jazz down 4. Markkanen driving to the rack. A lot of contact. He'll get 2 free throws. Jazz have been shooting a lot of free throws recently. Kings TV analyst Katie Christensen asked Will Hardy about it before the game, and Will said, hey, I think it's a statistical abnormality, but we also have been driving hard. We've been playing in a straight line. We've been going aggressively driving to the basket, and that's what we just saw Lowry do right there, Ron.
Yeah, coast to coast there as well. So he did not just refer to a point guard or another player. He actually took it coast to coast.
Markkanen 5 for 5 tonight now. 39 of his last 40 at the free throw line. He's actually now 7 for 7. He's now 40 of his last 41. Jazz are back within 2. They have not led this game since 7:11 left in the first quarter. Barnes working Vando, driving, fades back left side, scores it. De'Aaron Fox is out of the game. Sabonis is in. Their offense holds usually. The minute Sabonis goes out of the game, their offense goes south. Markkanen, catch and shoot, left side 3, no. Rebound tipped by Alexander Walker, but it goes to Barnes, who accelerates to the front court, leaves it behind for Murray. Murray, the left-hander, drives, stops, fades back, scores.
So you have to like the way they push the ball up the floor, get in the right spots, and let the athleticism a lot of times just score for him.
Here's Vando. He's been loaded with energy all night. Angle left, Beasley. Loops it over the top to Vando. It was actually to Clarkson, but Vando intercepted. Vando drives on Sabonis, trying to move, falls to the ground, and turns it over. Here's Herter in transition. Pass deflected by Markkanen, recovered by Herter. Put baseball, cross-court pass goes right to Beasley. He lobs it to Vando, and never came down the floor. It gets blocked by Murray, picked up by Clarkson, lays it up and in.
There's an example, David, where you just don't assume that a guy's going to score or make a layup. Nice job there by Clarkson by not giving up on the play.
And the Jazz deficit is now 4. Beasley and Barnes just got into it. Beasley just, see what happens here. Beasley just elbow chucked Barnes to the ground. Brett Nansel stands in front of the two of in between the two of them for a minute while making the call, and now they're going to review whether or not Malik Beasley just committed a flagrant foul or not, which would seem to be ill-advised while you're making a rally.
You have a common foul on Beasley, we'll check for a flagrant foul.
That's Kevin Cutler right there checking that. 4:25 left. Let's go back to pregame. Will Hardy talking about the point of contact when defending Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah, the point of contact has to be higher. When you're at a disadvantage from a physical standpoint, a weight standpoint, a size standpoint, you can't let Sabonis get to your body low on the court. If the contact is at the charge circle, it's too low. He's too physical of a player. It's similar to the things that we've talked about when you play guys like Zion or Giannis. Like, if you just keep backing up and you let them keep coming to you and the point of contact is low, you put yourself at a disadvantage. I think as a team, we just have to do a better job of making that point of contact higher.
Such a great and true statement, and well said. But then you look at the flip side of that is when the officials let players dislodge you. Lower their shoulder, move you back, lower the shoulder again, move you back. A lot of coaches teach guys when they're bumping, one bump, two bump, now you do something right away. And a lot of times you end up getting to the free throw line there as well.
Officials are huddling right now. We'll see what the call is. Kevin Cutler gets on the headset to tell Secaucus what they have. Nick Bouchard and he discussed. Kevin Cutler played with Brian Russell at Long Beach State.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed. Common foul on Malik Beasley.
Common foul, nothing more. Kevin Cutler is one of the taller officials. He's 6'7". As I mentioned, he played at Long Beach State with Brian Russell.
Yeah, not sure how good of a player he was, but he's a well-respected official in the league because of his size, I think. And I remember him officiating the G League at Salt Lake Community College years ago, and we were broadcasting the game, and I asked him, did he get a schedule? He said, no, not yet, but I hope I do. And it wasn't long. The next year, there he is.
You would like him. His favorite musician is Luther Vandross.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Now we're
77-73. Sacramento leads it. Common foul on Beasley. Half court set. Here's Sabonis. Guarded by Kessler. Murray drives to the lane, misses, follows up and in. Walker's having a tough night tonight trying to figure out what to do with the all-star Domantas Sabonis.
Yeah, he's so worried about Sabonis that he's going to give up something.
Markkanen isolated left side, 15 feet out, holding the left pivot foot. Drives to the middle lane, slides with the right-hand runner, scores it, and is fouled and flexes. The finisher, Lauri Markkanen. Jazz need Lowry to score. When Lowry doesn't score, the Jazz struggle. They're 3-9 when he scores under 20 points. He has 16 now. He is 40 of his last 41 at the free throw line. And this one's perfect. And Beasley, the backcourt, knocks the inbound pass away. But it goes back out of bounds. Kings ball. Sacramento finished a big homestand 3-3 and then lost their last one out to Memphis. They're still trying to gain their footing. See whether their 19-16 starts all there. The Jazz have lost 4 in a row, trying to regain their magic. Monk players up top to Sabonis. Ball fakes Kessler. Attacks the body. Goes to dunk. Fouled by Kessler. Sabonis will go to the line. Sabonis goes to the line. Here's what Mike Brown said before the game about the similarities about Sabonis and Draymond Green.
Domas makes us different. And I can say the same thing about Draymond. You know, everybody talks about Steph and Clay, which they should. But I tell you, Draymond is a special individual when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. I'm not saying they're the same players, but they have similar traits when it comes to having a feel of delivering the ball to their teammates, whether it's with the pass or with the DHO out in space. And they're taking bigger guys away from the hoop when that happens.
What an advantage.
Sabonis with a monster December makes the free throws.
So he's 6'11", and the only part of his game that he's not good at is defending the rim, blocking shots or anything like that.
They're 29th in the league in defending the rim.
Could probably play the 4 and be very good at it as well.
Tried that with Miles Turner in Indiana. Here comes Beasley. Cross-court pass, Alexander Walker rotates to Gay. Above the break 3, which he struggled with all season. Misses it badly. Mitchell rebounds. Long outlet Murray. Hands it off to Monk, who bobbles. Twirls back in the lane. Flips it back to Murray. Bounces into the post. Barnes. 7-foot marking and defending. Barnes is 6'8". He ball fakes. He fades back with a jumper and misses. Kessler rebounds. Alexander Walker will bring it up the front court. Jazz down by 5. 2:55 to play. Both teams in the bonus here in the third. Rudy Gay, right side. Gay works to the baseline. Flares back to Alexander Walker. Rotates to Beasley. Beasley in the lane. Crosses back to Gay. Drives the lane. Hangs the right-hand floater up. Misses badly. Rebound Sabonis. Talk about a guy that owns his space. Rebound 11 of the night for Sabonis. Monk driving, bouncing. Sabonis. Bully ball. Kessler folds like a deck chair. Sabonis lays it up and in with the left hand.
You think you're in position, and you're really not.
Timeout. And the Kings are back up by 7 as Will Hardy has an extended conversation with Brett Nansel about some calls that they are not making, and Will is using all of his critical theory class at Williams College to argue this one. Timeout, 83-76. Jazz down 7, 2:30 left in the third.
This is Walker Kessler, and you are listening to Utah Jazz Basketball.
Utah Jazz fans, celebrate your team at the official Utah Jazz Watch Party presented by Michelob Ultra. Come enjoy the game at About Time, West Jordan location. Meet jazz dancers, win prizes, and cheer on the Utah Jazz this Thursday, January 5th. And remember, all Utah Jazz Watch Parties are presented by Michelob Ultra, an official beer of the Utah Jazz. Must be 21 years of age or older. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
It starts here with our team on the court and our fans in the stands. It starts here, defending our new home, the Maverick Center. It starts here with the Salt Lake City Stars, the NBA G League affiliate of the Utah Jazz. With tickets that are fit for family, friends, workouters, and more, everyone can experience the Salt Lake City Stars. Get your tickets today at slcstars.com. Jazz basketball starts here.
Divvy is a credit card for business, but it's more than a card. It's also a financial platform where you can automate expense reports, empower responsible employee spending with limits tied to budgets, and see every transaction in real time. Divvy is spending, expense management, and more, all rolled into one modern process that gives you total financial control of your money and your business, all for free. See how you can spend smarter at getdivvy.com.
You'd do anything for your pet. PetSmart can help. We make it easy to score food, treats, toys, collars, beds, and more. Whether you're on Team Dog, Team Cat, or even Team Reptile, Fish, or Small Pet, you can get what they need at PetSmart, quickly and conveniently. Shop 1,600 stores, PetSmart.com, or the PetSmart app, and use Afterpay to shop now, pay later, in 4 interest-free installments. PetSmart, anything for your pets. Afterpay terms and conditions apply. Visit PetSmart.com for details.
The NBA is non-stop.
Right now.
What's trending in the NBA?
71 from Donovan Mitchell, and the Cavaliers win it in overtime. Mitchell pulls up.
Goodness, young man. We all did it as a group. My teammates put me in the right positions, and, I just made the plays.
Boy, was Donovan ever outstanding last night. 71, a historic night, most assists ever. Attributed with 70 points, attributed to 99 points. Sabonis gives the Kings an 8-point lead here, 84-76. That was pretty awesome, Rod.
It was totally awesome. I enjoyed watching the ball game. A 74% free throw shooter, and Sabonis, he should miss a free throw here from
Marking and face-cutting Barnes and gets called for a foul. Jazz are down 8. They cut it to 73-71 3.5 minutes ago. But since then, it's an 11-5 run by the Kings. Fox, top to Barnes, left side, Monk. Off a Sabonis pick with a right-hand dribble through the purple paint. Passes Sabonis, he bobbles, and Kessler picks it up. Fast break. The Sacramento sprints back offensively. Beasley drive, takes the contact, high off the glass and in. Foul on Monk. The other thing about Sabonis, Ron, dude plays crazy hard. Like, he's on my all-play-hard team. He sprints the floor and goes at it as much as any big man I've seen in this league. He plays as hard. He's on the, like Russell Westbrook, you can have all your opinions, plays crazy hard. Domantas Sabonis is up that level, playing hard.
Well, Mike Brown said he's hard as nails.
Here's Fox driving. Players it back out to Mitchell. Pull up free throw line. High archer is good for Davion Mitchell. Kings back up by 7 with 1:50 to play. Kings led by 12 at the end of 1. 9 at the half. 1:45 to play here. Third quarter. Conley shakes the defense. Fires the three. Hits. Jazz back within 4. It's a resilient bunch, this Jazz team. They stay with you. Sabonis, 69% from 3 in December, misses. Because it's January. 86-82. Beasley fakes the handoff, drives the hard to the rack, curls out. Mitchell all over, keeps the dribble alive, gets in the paint, out to Markkanen, right side Conley, 2-man game again, double stagger for him, working right to left, 7 on the clock. They switch Mitchell to him. Now they're with Markkanen in the post on Barnes. Tough fade away that comes up short. Offensive rebound, Rudy Gay, power dribble, slicing Markkanen. Hammer Markkanen! Two-hander. Rock the Casbah. 2-point game. Jazz have not led since the first quarter with 7:11 left. Fox comes off a Sabonis pick. It's illegal. Conley got cracked.
You know,
I actually don't think that was an illegal pick.
What's so great, I think, is when you have a guy like Sabonis who just sets screen after screen, and it's a rescreen, and you're a defender, and you have to try to fight over those screens every time. You just feel like something has to happen there.
Sabonis has been the league leader in screen assists along with Rudy Gobert the last few years. Conley off a Kessler pick, which was never set. Pass to the wing, knocked away by Lyles out of bounds. 36 seconds left in the quarter in a game that Sacramento has played really, really well and been really impressive. And the Jazz are just lingering. They're almost like the little brother that won't leave you alone. Rudy Gay inbound, 14 on the clock, lobs it into Markkanen, catches with one hand. He's fouled. Jazz are in the bonus. He'll get 2 free throws to tie this game. And Markkanen, who's averaging 24 a game, has got 19. Boy, Lauri Markkanen, what a jump he's made. Last year in Cleveland, he averaged 15 points a game. His second year in Chicago, he averaged 19.
Well, he's got 19 points here tonight, David, and only 5 field goals. Everything's coming from the free throw line.
Markkanen's 9 of 9 at the line tonight, 20 points. He's now averaging 24 points, 9 rebounds, and shooting 43% from 3. December for him, he was a monster. 27 points and 9 rebounds. Markkanen's 10 of 10 at the line. He's made 43 of his last 44 free throws. Fox driving, spinning, hanging, scoring. So the Jazz tie it, and Sacramento immediately comes down to score again. Shot clock and game clock are separated by 3 seconds. Jazz have not led since the 7-11 mark of the first quarter. Conley guarded by Fox. It's their 15th matchup against each other in their career.
Fox looking over that left shoulder.
Here comes Conley off a Kessler pick. Takes a 3. Fox swats it out of bounds. 3.7 seconds left. Shot clock is at 3.7. Game clock's at 7.2. Davion Mitchell will check in as Mike Brown uses these late quarter substitutions to put in guys for situational purposes. And it worked in the first half. He got himself a Domantas Sabonis basket.
He put some size on Conley.
Inbound Beasley, good look, right corner. Got it! Jazz lead with 5 seconds left in the third quarter. Inbound to Fox. Fox comes across the half court. 2, he's driving. Big step to the rack. Hangs short. Utah leads heading to the fourth quarter. What resiliency! Crowd on their feet. The Jazz have just battled and battled and battled, and a 9-2 run to close the quarter. They've taken the lead 89-88 here in Salt Lake City.
This is Lowry Marketer, and you are listening to Utah Jazz Basketball.
Take note, Jazz fans. The exclusive debit card of your Utah Jazz is here, and it's only available at America First, the official credit union of the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz debit card changes the financial game. It's packed with features, packed with benefits, and since it's accepted all over the world, it gives you home court advantage no matter where you pay. Get yours today. Apply at americaFirst.com/jazz. Available on approved credit. Eligibility and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey you, do you like basketball? Have you ever wanted to be a part of the Utah Jazz? Today you can try out to be on the team behind the team. Vivint Arena is hiring for multiple positions with flexible work schedules and competitive wages. Feel the energy of game day and apply to be an experienced ambassador or help hold down the arena as building security. With the Utah Jazz, there's a position for everyone, including and the box office. So join the team behind the team and apply today at vivitarena.com/services.
Hi, this is Ned Siegfried. Siegfried & Jensen has been handling injury cases in Utah for over 30 years. During that time, we have handled over 30,000 auto accident cases. If you've been injured in an accident, you need and deserve an experienced law firm in your corner. We'd love to talk to you about your injury case. Call us at 801-222-2222 for a free case review. That's 801-222-2222. You can also visit us at siegfriedjensen.com to learn more.
It's my honor to announce the 2023 All-Star Game will take place here in Salt Lake City.
The NBA's biggest show is coming to Utah, and we're getting ready. The 2023 All-Star Celebration is proudly supported by the members of the Salt Lake All-Star Alliance, America First Credit Union, Coca-Cola, your local Ford dealerships, Nu Skin, Larry H. Miller dealerships, Qualtrics, Toyota, University of Utah Health, Utah Sports Commission, Vivint, WCF Insurance, and Science Bank.
3, 2, 1. Right corner, home of Utah Jazz basketball. 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. And the fourth quarter is here. 12 minutes to go. Here's David Locke and the legend Ron Boone.
12 minutes to play, and lo and behold, we got another close one. Jazz lead at 89-88. Jazz made 2 interesting moves defensively, Ron, in that quarter. They had Vanderbilt guard Fox, and they started defending, double-teaming Sabonis. And they really slowed Sacramento down. All right, this is the second time we've got a close one against Sacramento. The other night we did it in Sacramento. As Clarkson dribbling right here, guarded by Akpala, heavy pressure, and Clarkson dribbles it out of bounds. Ron, what did you learn in the fourth quarter against Sacramento last time?
Well, there's a couple of things. You know that the 3 players are going to try to take over the ball game like they did in Sacramento. And that is Sabonis, that is Fox, and that is Sabonis, Fox, and
Kevin Huerter.
And Kevin Huerter.
Lyles driving in the lane, flares it back out. Conley jumps the pass and knocks it away. Conley lobs it. Rudy Gay at the rim. Layup missed. Kessler follow jam. Jazz up by 3. Sabonis is off the floor. They really struggle when Sabonis is off the floor. They're 12 points per 100 possessions worse offensively. Monk, right side to Fox. 3 ball. Good. Big shot. Tied at 91. We've only had 5 lead changes and 4 ties tonight. 91 all. Conley, top to Beasley, straight down the barrel, catch and shoot 3, swirls out. Lyles rebounds for the Kings. Here comes Fox, their single man fast break. He'll stop for another 3. It's well short. Long rebound, Rudy Gay gets it right before it goes out of bounds. Would have been off Kessler. Top to Clarkson. Clarkson with the Jazz second leading scorer on the season and tonight. Driving on Okpala, draws the foul. First foul. Both these teams trying to find their bearings. Kings had a 7-game win streak, but they're below 500 since. Jazz started 12-6, but they're below 500 since. These are the kind of wins that validate you.
But the Kings are leading that Pacific Division, though.
Kings got that win against the Jazz the other night. Here's Conley penetrating, lobbing, Kessler, layup. Mike Conley, 6 assists tonight. Jazz by 2 again, 93-91. Fox at the top. Fox swings up top. Monk. Monk's their off the bench scorer. He drives. He's a better shooter than driver. Out to Lyles. 3-ball right side. No good. Long rebound. Beasley. Jazz on the run. Beasley has it. Curls out to the right side. Swings up to Clarkson. Good catch by Clarkson. Driving Okpala. Off balance. Throws to the corner. Rudy Gay. Corner 3. Nicks the far iron. No good. De'Aaron Fox running. Jazz built the defensive wall. Fox takes it up to the right side and a reaching foul on the Jazz. That's on Jordan. The only foul trouble tonight. Kelly Olynyk has 4. Jazz and the Kings played the other night in Sacramento. Sacramento won at 126-125. Ron, what was the score of that game heading into the fourth quarter?
Say that again?
What was the score of the game the other night in Sacramento heading into the fourth quarter?
It was 91-87. The Kings led.
So pretty similar to where we are right now, 93-92. Feels like a little bit of a replay the other night. De'Aaron Fox makes the first free throw. Sacramento really struggled early in the year in close games. Fox, second free throw, rattles around, bounces 3 times on the iron. Sabonis gets inside Kessler, knocks the rebound, gets knocked out of bounds. It's off Kessler. Domantas Sabonis making another play. Right side, Okpala, not an offensive player. Passes to Sabonis. Kessler overplays his right shoulder and knocks it out of bounds. Kessler tonight, 6 points, 6 rebounds. He had a tough first half, better second half. 93-92, Jazz by 1. Sabonis gives to Monk. Handoff Murray, back to Sabonis. Leads the NBA in handoffs. Hands one off to Monk, who dribbles it off his foot. Runs it back down at the Jazz Mountain logo. Monk drives, penetrates, gets to the window, layup at the horn. Painful. Sacramento 94, Jazz 93. Kings have lost 4 of their last 7. Jazz have lost 4 straight. Clarkson driving, flings it back out to Conley. Clarkson doing a lot of dribbling here in the fourth quarter. Conley right side, working on Monk. Driving with the left hand into the cup, finger roll, scoop, and it pops out, but a foul.
Well, that couldn't have gone down any deeper.
Mama said you're going to have ice cream and then took it back. It was almost a scoop and a score. So Conley goes to the line.
He's going to check in the ball game.
You like the way Olynyk guarded Sabonis earlier.
I think as far as physicality, he's probably the only big man we have that can defend it.
Rudy Gay checks out. 13 minutes, 0 for 5 shooting. Conley makes the free throws. Here comes Fox to the front court. He's their leading scorer. Sabonis, he's their main playmaker and best player. Hands it to Monk. Monk at the free throw line. Here's the right side with a dribble. Bodied up by Beasley. Tough bounce pass through the lane. Turnover. Beasley on the push, driving the lane, bad lob to Kessler's a turnover. Here comes Okpala the other way. Hands to Murray, he bobbles. Murray's the shooter. Gives to Sabonis. Sabonis flips it behind to Fox. Fox stops at the free throw line, shoots and scores.
Yeah, that pass to Kessler, high enough, but behind him.
Just going too fast. 96-95, Sacramento by 1. 8 lead changes, 6 ties tonight. Clarkson dancing on the dribble, driving Okpala. It's become personal. Clarkson turns it over again. Clarkson frustrated, not running back. 3 ball the other way, no good rebound. Sacramento has a second chance. Sabonis in the lane, guarded by Olynyk. Olynyk physical with him. Sabonis trying to power him into the post. He can't. Kick out to Okpala. Shot clock violation. Kelly Olynyk holding his ground against Domantas Sabonis.
And you see Sabonis complaining to the official that Olynyk had both hands in the back. I don't think so. I thought Olynyk just braced himself for that bump and didn't give way.
Hey, Jazz fans, go on a savings run with Smith's Boost membership. You'll enjoy double fuel points, free delivery, and more. Visit smithsfoodanddrug.com/boost for details. Smith's Food, official grocery store of the Utah Jazz. Olynyk inbounding. Clarkson gets knocked to the ground by Okpala. This is personal now. Okpala's picked up Clarkson. Okpala's a defensive-only player, and his job is out there. And now Olynyk sets a pick on Okpala, and Okpala fouls him. But Okpala's out there solely for the purpose to do exactly what he's doing right now. And that's what Davion Mitchell and Okpala do for this team. KZ Okpala went to Stanford. 32nd pick of the 2019 draft. When you shoot 29% from 3 as a 6'5 player, 6'8 player, you better figure out how to defend. Okpala goes out, Mitchell comes in. Herder's now guarding Clarkson. Clarkson splits the double team, jumps in the lane, passes to Beasley, fakes the pass, penetrates to the left hand, floats it up short. Rebound Kings. 96-95, Sacramento by 1, 7:20 to play. Sabonis terminates the dribble, rotates to Herder. Herder had a monster fourth quarter against the Jazz the other night. He'll pull for 3 right now, short. Rebound Beasley, Kessler bobbling, bumping, and finally controlling as Will Hardy takes a timeout. Another close game for the Utah Jazz, who've lost 4 straight close ones by a total of 13 points. It's Kings 96, Jazz 95, 7:07 left in the fourth in Salt Lake City.
This is Jordan Clarkson, and you are listening to Utah Jazz Basketball.
Make some noise!
Wow, Jazz fans can be pretty loud, but we'd still hear you. Visit kengarth.com to find your next vehicle and experience a dealership that listens to what you need. Even over this crowd noise.
I'm unique, and so are my financial needs. That's why when Zions Bank says they're dedicated to valuing you, supporting you, serving you, understanding you, protecting you, what they're really saying is they're dedicated to providing me with tools and services designed to meet my unique financial needs, no matter what stage of life I find myself in. It's just one of the many ways Zions Bank is for you and for me. A division of Zions Bank Corporation, N.A., member FDIC, equal housing lender, and MLS number 467014.
Hey guys, it's Another Dude's Podcast. Big Utah Jazz fan here. Tell me what the heck PAX is?
What is?
Exactly. They have a huge courtside logo. Wrong guesses only go.
Another MLM.
Another cookie soda shop.
A Gen Z translation app for Zillennials.
Haha, nice. It's actually a company that offers healthcare administration leadership programs.
Oh, okay. Well, I liked it better when we were guessing.
PAX, proud sponsor of the Utah Jazz. Get to know more about us at PACS.com.
When it comes to NBA basketball, the action is non-stop next level. And NBA League Pass gives you more. Stream more live games. Get more expert analysis. More camera angles. More classic games. More incredible action. All the way you want. NBA League Pass. Subscribe today and stream more.
3, 2, 1.
Your Utah Jazz game summary.
Market and hard drive to the rack, lot of contact, finishes, and the foul. Conley drives, gets all the way to the rack, and lays it up and in. Rotate Alexander Walker. Sets his feet, lets it fly, and hits. That's your game summary brought to you by America First, the official credit union of Utah Jazz. The exclusive Jazz Visa debit card is the perfect way to pay. Show your team spirit with every dip, tap, swipe. Get yours today, only AmericaFirst.com. Jazz with the possession, trailing by 1, 7 minutes to play. Olynyk at the elbow. Hand off to Beasley. Beasley spins back around. They double him. He'll fire the three out of the double and pin it. Malik Beasley. That was tough. Jazz lead it by 2. We had 4 ties and 3 lead changes in the first 3 quarters. We've had basically 5 lead changes and 3 ties here in the fourth quarter. Fox packages Alexander Walker backdoor and lays it up and in. Trying to overplay to stop you from the handoff, and then Fox altered his route. Here's Alexander Walker back in the rotation with Sexton out. Gives to Olynyk, left wing marking it. Angle left 3 for Lowry, back rimmed it. Murray rebounds for the Kings. We're tied at 98. He's 6:10 to play. Sabonis to the front court. Back cut Murray. Catching. Layup. Good. Clarkson got beat on that one. Back-to-back backdoor cuts. Get the Utah Jazz. As Sabonis gets his...
You just see the problem that Sabonis provides. You're trying to make sure you don't get beat over the top of screens. And it just makes it a great offense.
And who does it remind you of? Draymond Green, exactly like Mike Brown talked about pregame. Sacramento up 3, 101-98. Sacramento won a close one against the Jazz, 126-125 in Sacramento on the 30th. Clarkson, right side, chested to Beasley. Beasley working on Murray, pulls for 3, front rimmed it, no good. Jazz are 12 of 39 from 3 tonight. They did not shoot well against the Kings last time either. Here's Barnes, the veteran out of North Carolina. Gives to Sabonis, leads the league in handoffs, flips it to Fox. Fox and Sabonis 2-man game. Fox working the free throw line. Gets an open look and scores it. Alexander Walker slipped off, couldn't get back. Jazz down 5. 5:22 to play. Olynyk diving into Sabonis on the foul on the floor. It's before the bonus.
Are they going to say 2 or 3?
Let's see. The first ruling was on the floor. Now they're... Foul is on Sabonis. A push, it's off to the side. Jazz down 5 with 5:17 to play. Jazz have lost 7 of their last 9 games, has gone into the clutch. Clarkson, left corner, Alexander Walker, 3 offline. Jazz have missed 4 of their last 5 3 attempts. And 1 for 6 on the quarter. Here's Fox dancing at the top. Veers out to the left-hand dribble. Olynyk onto pass to Sabonis to the rack. Layup, no good. Rebound Markkanen. Push ahead to Alexander Walker. Green shoes, white socks, purple uniform. Top to Markkanen. Pink shoes. Driving, Sabonis gets in front of him for a blocking foul. And that's team foul number 5 and free throws for Lowry Markkanen.
Maybe this will take some of the steam out of Sabonis now with him having 5 fouls.
Oh, that's interesting. And they're going to review this. So we've got a review with 4:44 to play. The Jazz trail the Kings 103-98 here in Salt Lake City.
This is Lowry Markkanen, and you are listening to Utah Jazz Basketball.
KSL Sports, Utah's sports leader, connecting you with your favorite local teams and the action you love. Live game coverage and news with KSL Sports Zone Radio, KSL 5 Television, and KSLSports.com. Live and streaming, insider analysis, and podcasts from the pros. Utah's sports leader, KSL Sports. On air, online, and on the KSL Sports app. Mountain Land Power Equipment provides exceptional service and high-quality brands you know and trust in the lawn, landscaping, and snow removal products. Their experienced staff of technicians repairs all types of snow plows, snow blowers, and lawnmowers, and small engines, and are trained to answer questions about lawns, gardens, snow removal, and landscaping products. So whether you're digging in the dirt or digging in the snow, check out Mountain Land Power Equipment, now with 2 locations to serve you, in Salt Lake City and Springville.
Andrea Bocelli in concert, presented by Stiefel, May 17th, 8 p.m., Vivint Arena. The world's most romantic voice, Andrea Bocelli in concert. Tickets on sale now at VivintArena.com.
Jazz fans, AT&T Sportsnet is your home for Jazz basketball. Stay up to date with your favorite team and follow AT&T Sportsnet RM on social media for exclusive content. Hear insight on what's going on around the team, plus exclusive interviews with coaches and players. Turn to AT&T Sportsnet from pregame to postgame. Watch every game only on AT&T Sportsnet.
That kid is on fire on catch and shoot threes right now.
The upcoming schedule is brought to you by the University of Utah Health. The Utah Jazz next opponent, the Houston Rockets.
Straight away, here's a three-pointer for KPJ. Green straight away. Down the lane goes Green, lays it up for 2. Thank you very much. Jay Shaw to the top of the key. With the right hand, 360 move to the window again. Wood hands it back to EG. Left-hand dribble drive. Down the lane, a flow with the right hand. Put it in for 2 for Eric Gordon.
That's our next opponent. We're heading to Houston tomorrow. Brought to you by University of Utah Health. Lauri Markkanen will get 2 free throws. It is the foul on Sabonis. That is his 5th. The review was unsuccessful. Markkanen's free throw is good. He's 11 of 11 at the line tonight. He has 22 points. Right on his season average. When he scores over 20, the Jazz are 15-9 on the season. He makes them both. One. 100, 4:38 left. Kings with it. Fox their leading scorer. Top to Sabonis. Wants to hand off to Herter. Clarkson denies. Instead, it's back to Fox. Working Conley, angle right. He comes off the Sabonis spin. Stops at the free throw line. Tough jumper. Got it. De'Aaron Fox. Earlier this year, Sacramento was almost exclusively Fox Sabonis pick and roll late. They were unsuccessful. Then they added Herter and Monk coming off pin downs and opened up their game. Conley drives. Barnes cuts him off. Kicks out to Markkanen. Rotates to Beasley. Right corner 3. Missed it. Rebound Sabonis. Great look by Malik Beasley. Didn't go. 105-100. We're into clutch play. Jazz have lost 7 of 9 in the clutch. Fox goes to the basket, lays it up and in. Part of the reason the Jazz aren't winning games in the clutch is the offense. It ranks 27th in the league during that span. Markkanen, top to Conley, off the Olynyk pick. He's angle right. He flips it back up to Olynyk. Ball fakes Sabonis, drives on him. Sabonis has 5 fouls. Lob to Markkanen. Right-hand hammer. Jazz back to hit 5. 107-102. Sabonis with 5 fouls relented. Fox controlling this game tonight. Herter controlled it the other night. Fox isolated on Beasley. Chest to Sabonis. Back cut. Herter layup good. Jazz have been caught on 3 back cuts here in the 4th quarter. Sabonis diming all 3 of them. 109-102. Conley drives on Fox. In the lane. Layup good. Mike Conley. Conley's slow getting up, going the other way. It's a 5-on-4. Murray's wide open. Markkanen does a nice job rotating. Jazz mark up. But Conley's on Barnes in the post and has to foul him because Barnes is 6'9" and Mike's 6'1".
Yeah,
That's where he went to guard. Jared Vanderbilt checks in for Malik Beasley. Vanderbilt is going to probably guard Fox. That's how the Jazz came out in the third quarter, put Vanderbilt on Fox, and it altered the game. That's exactly what they're doing. Barnes inbounds to Murray. 13 on the shot clock. Murray, the rookie, gets rid of it to Sabonis. Peek and ducks, handoff to Herter. Herter for three as Clarkson goes down, swirls out, rebound Marketing. Down 5, 2:35 to play. Jazz have lost 4 in a row. Kings have lost 4 of 7. Both teams desperately want it. Conley working left side. Sacramento's in a zone. Conley swings a pass to Clarkson. Bounces it across the lane. Clarkson catches, shoots, and scores. 2-point game. 109-107. 2:13 to play. Fox comes to the half court with Vanderbilt guarding. They set the pick. Olynyk now switched on to Fox. Fox working Olynyk into the lane. Olynyk reaches in and fouls. Tries to claim it's on the floor. It's not. Free throws for Fox. Talked to Mike Brown before the game about his clutch play options and how they adjusted during the season to play without Fox in certain setups. But tonight they clearly think Fox is the matchup they want. First free throw for the left-hander, rattles around and in. You can bring someone in to defend someone in this league, Ron, but frankly, they'll get them switched off them if they really want to every time.
Yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what they're doing. They're taking advantage of his quickness. They can get the mismatch they want.
Fox makes both free throws. He's 10 of 12 in the clutch this year at the line. Here comes Mike Conley. Jazz down 4-2 to play. Conley off a Vando pick. Veers to the right. Clears the top to Marketing. Bobbles. Now puts on the deck. Hard left-hand drive. Dribbles off his foot. It's into the backcourt. Akpala diving, or Murray diving after it. We have a jump ball between Murray and Marketing, and the ball was never in control of either man. Will Hardy can't believe it. Lowry Marketing can't believe it. Nick Bouchard's actually defending this horrendous call. Kelly Olynyk had picked up the ball. The ball was loose. No chances. It was under anyone's control for any second, and he called it a jump ball. That is awful.
That's the third call tonight that's been awful. No.
Nick Bouchard is still defending it, which is the most laughable part about this. Murray at 6'8", Marketing at 7 foot, jumping it up. He wants to jump it behind him. It gets tipped to the wing, and Vanderbilt lets it go out of bounds. It's probably off Lowry. They give it to the Jazz. Woo! 111-107.
It puts the Jazz in a short clock, though, by not.
9 seconds on the shot clock after that horrendous call by by Nick Bouchard. Here's Conley. Left-hand drive into the paint, bounce in the corner. Olynyk's open, corner three. Swirled out. My goodness. Olynyk and Beasley on wide open corner threes. Neither of them have gone.
Olynyk's 6 of 14 from that right corner.
Here's
this season.
Olynyk defended. Right block. Shoves off to the left hand. Drives into Olynyk. Olynyk reaches in, steals it. Jazz have the ball. 1:15 to play. Down by 4. Clarkson straight away. Drives on Sabonis, who has 4 fouls. Now it Herter. Puts it off the window and scores it. 2-point game. 1:05 to play. Fox taps his chest and says, I want it. Fox drives to the rack and dunks. What were the Jazz doing defensively?
Well, that was Clarkson gambling, trying to come up with a deflection off the dribble. Got himself out of position. And Fox gets his 33rd point.
Fox came around on a left-hand dribble interchange with Kevin Herter. Clarkson didn't switch. He went for the steal, and then State Street opened up with all green lights and a left-hand hammer for De'Aaron Fox. Wow, that is a massive breakdown and a critical juncture of this game. De'Aaron Fox, 33 points, 13 of 20 shooting, and going to work here in the fourth quarter to carry this game. Fox in the fourth, 18 points in the fourth quarter for De'Aaron Fox.
Kevin Cutler is the lead official.
Yes.
He's holding court. A lot of hand gestures.
De'Aaron Fox in the corner, 7 of 8 from the field, 18 points.
And now he's having some conversations with Olynyk.
So the Jazz are down 4 with 57 seconds to play. Sacramento won a 1-pointer the other night. Jazz have lost 4 straight by a combined 13 points. Olynyk will inbound on the far side. Jazz down 4, 56.8 seconds to play. Beasley's back in the game. Olynyk struggling to inbound. Clarkson goes down. Foul on Okpala before the ball's inbounds.
This is a smart play here by Clarkson. He comes off the pick and he stops.
Jazz get free throws and the ball. This is a big mistake by the young KZ Okpala. That is not your Stanford education.
If he makes the free throw.
Free throw good. Okay, Jazz add a point. Now it's only a 3-point game. Same 56.8 still. That's big.
See if the Jazz want to try to run the same play.
You don't need to go for a 3 or 2 either. You just need a score. Same play. Bounce pass to Clarkson. Top to Conley. Between the circles off of Clarkson pick. Bounces to Clarkson. Guarded by Mitchell. Why was that the switch? He then launched a tough 3. No good. Rebound to Olynyk. Back out to Conley. Conley penetrates to the rack. Left hand layup. Yes, Mike Conley. 1-point game, 41.3 seconds to play. Mike Brown timeout. These guys are incredible. They just fight every minute of every night and stay in every game. Resilient, perseverance are the characteristics of Team 49. And now it's pretty clear it's De'Aaron Fox's show tonight, Ron.
It is, and expect for them to continue with the pick and roll, and the spacing is, you don't see anyone else in the play there. But it's the spacing there, the pick and roll with Fox. And the great thing, what he's able to do, David, is able to get to the rim, or he has that little mid-range jump shot there as well.
De'Aaron Fox is having one of the great clutch seasons in the NBA this year. In the final 5 minutes of the game within 5 points, De'Aaron Fox is shooting 30 of 51 for 59%. And tonight he's 7 of 8 in the fourth quarter. So Fox, and then the Sacramento turn to Kevin Huerter and Malik Monk at other times, depending on the matchups. Sacramento has been the 6th best team in the NBA in the clutch this year. Can the Jazz get a stop? They're down 113, 112, 41.3 seconds left. Both teams desperately need this. Jazz have lost 4 in a row. Kings have lost 4 of 7. Jazz want revenge for the 1-point loss on the 30th of December. Sacramento by 1 and inbounding. Fox in the backcourt. Vanderbilt picks him up. Fox very casually comes across the Mountain logo. Conducts, says who he wants. He's working the dribble at the top. Now they go to work. He rolls off a Huerter pick and he gets Clarkson isolated. He drives with the right hand. He closes for the J. It hits the front rim. It rolls around and in. De'Aaron Fox continues the league's most efficient clutch play. No one's been better this year in the clutch than De'Aaron Fox. And he puts the Kings up by 3 with 21.1 seconds to play. And now the Jazz, who have no timeouts left, may have to shoot at 3. It's pretty early. But if you don't get something really early, Ron, with no timeouts left, your options start to reduce.
Yeah, you put yourself in a bad spot there. You don't want to put yourself in a short clock. And you don't want to have to make too many passes, David, which means that you got to run a play that's going to get you coming off of a screen, a catch and shoot play, or something a catch and drive to the basket immediately, and maybe you get to the free throw line and get a bucket.
In a league of greatness, Giannis had 50 again tonight. No player in the NBA has more clutch field goals this year than De'Aaron Fox.
Well, he's got a chance to shine this year, and I think Sabonis has a lot to do with, look at the lineup that they're bringing out on the floor.
Jazz come out with Conley, Beasley, Clarkson, Olynyk, and Markkanen.
Trey Lyles
will defend Olynyk. Sabonis is off the floor because he has 5 fouls. Olynyk inbounding, bounces to Markkanen. Conley runs off Markkanen, grabs it, penetrates, bounces back to Lowry. Contested threes, foul. The rookie Murray fouls. Lowry Markkanen down 3 with 16.1 seconds to play. And in Sacramento, they fouled the Jazz on 3 threes. And Mike Brown said in his press conference today, we are not going to foul any three-point shooters. And that was accurate for 47 minutes and 34 seconds.
And Markkanen's had a great night from the free throw line.
Don't say it, Ron. First one's good. We will stay quiet. We'll tell you afterwards, hopefully. 16.1 seconds to play. Jazz 115. Excuse me, Sacramento 115. Jazz 113. Here's the second one from Markkanen. 115, 114. Okay, here's the big one. He made it against Miami.
Substitutions made for the Kings as Sabonis checks back in.
Markkanen will take his 15th free throw of the night here. His right foot slightly in front of his left. His pink low-top shoes. He now takes the slight knee bend. The free throw, perfect. Tied at 115. No timeout from Sacramento. We're tied. 15 seconds to play. Fox comes across the half line with 10. He gets a pick from Barnes and Markkanen switch to him. Here goes Fox. 5 to play. We're tied. Fox drives to the rack. Layup. Good. 0.4 seconds to play. Jazz have no timeouts left. Vando, baseball outlet, Markkanen catch, launches. Good! It's good! No, it's good! From the left side! On the catch and throw to the hoop! Will it count? The crowd's going crazy! The Jazz are jumping on Lowry! The officials have to decide if it's going to count! Absolutely unfathomable! It would...
No good.
If it's a 3, it wins it. If it's a 2, it ties it. If it's no good, we lose it.
It doesn't look like it's...
I'm not so sure, Ron.
You know?
Markkanen catches. Oh, it is so close.
So close.
Here's Cutler going back to Secaucus. We want that speaker up. We're going to wait for the word from Kevin Cutler. No good.
Shooting on the floor, no basket.
No basket.
Wow.
And the Utah Jazz losing streak goes to 5 by a grand total of 15 points. Back-to-back basic buzzer beaters. 3 straight. Heartbreaking, gut-wrenching losses for the Utah Jazz. My goodness. 117, 115, and the NBA's best in the clutch this year, De'Aaron Fox, did the Jazz in. Well, this group has been remarkable, Ron. They've been resilient. They've persevered. They've battled. But this is asking a lot out of them. All right, let's go back to Tim Holcomb, Benny Anderson with us. How are you guys?
Well, we asked you what the margin of victory was. I guess it's about 1/10 of a second tonight.
Wow.
did just about everything they had to do. They overcame a lot, and there was some breakdowns in execution. But man, they fought, and I was up here running around the studio. I thought it was good.
Well, it was as good an effort as you possibly could get.
You know what's? They say the NBA that 0.3 seconds is the amount of time that you can get a shot off, and that was 0.4. Couldn't get any closer than that.
No, I mean
he got off quick too.
He got off
the situation.
He got off about as quick. I mean, wow. I'll tell you what. I'm sure somebody will look this up. I'm not sure many teams have lost 5 in a row by a combined 15 points.
Pretty tough. What do you guys think about this Sacramento team? You think this is legit? You think they can keep this up for the next 41 or so games?
This is the best we've seen them in quite a while.
I like when you can get Domantas Sabonis to do what he did in their first matchup on Friday. You can win that way. And then late in the games, David, I know you were talking about it a lot, how good Fox is late. That's a pretty hard 1-2 combo that should keep you in the top 8 in the West, I think.
And then I think the other thing they did, early they kind of altered their late game stuff to open up Fox when he doesn't have a good matchup by running Herter and Monk and some of those kind of things. So I think it's been interesting to watch them play close games. I think they're top 8 contender. This is a big win for them. Like these kind of wins matter to them a great deal. They had that 7-game win streak. They're 10-10 since. Like that last homestand they had wasn't great for them. Fourth quarter, De'Aaron Fox, 9 of 10 from the floor, 22 points.
How many points did the Jazz score in the fourth quarter?
26.
Yeah.
26.
I mean, that's an amazing performance from De'Aaron Fox. Sometimes you do have to tip your cap. He found the holes that he wanted to attack on the Jazz defense, and he went to it over and over. And again, Locke, as you talked about quite a bit, they gave some Sabonis the ball in the high post, and he hit the Jazz on some back cuts, and they were so worried about him the rest of the way that it opened things up for De'Aaron Fox.
Point, Ben, like 3 back cuts in the fourth quarter for layups, right?
Like 3 out of about 6 plays.
No, I think he had 4 assists in the first 4 minutes of the fourth quarter, and the Jazz were so glued to that. And that's good. That's good coaching. It's good basketball. That's smart play on the court, and that's the experience of guys who have been in a lot of close games and closed a lot of games. And you know what? They took their lumps. Sabonis did in Indiana. De'Aaron has lost so many games in Sacramento late that he knows how to close them now, and that's part of the process.
Give another piece of credit here. I'll be curious to see if Will Hardy talks about this at all. The Jazz tried to bring a double on that last play.
Saw it.
It was coming from too far away, which is a tribute to Sacramento's spacing. And the other thing they were doing is that Fox is always working the left side of the floor, getting to his left hand, and you never want to leave strong side corner. And they only had one guy spaced in that corner. So if you're trying to bring a double to get the ball out of Fox's hand, it had to come from far right. And as Fox is driving with his left hand, that double's got nowhere to come from.
Yeah, and plus you would think that if that's the case, then you would be forcing Fox to his right hand anyway, because he is usually when he comes back to that right hand, he pulls up for a mid.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing I would say. Like, could have you? Right. I think you're right. Ron. In retrospect, can you overcommit to the right hand, knowing your double team is coming? I think might be the question Will Hardy's going to ask himself afterwards. But that's also, we've talked about this a lot. Double teaming late in this league is hard because what you're doing the minute you do that is you're leaving Fox kicking to a wide open 3-point shooter.
Catch and shoot comes into play.
You got to decide whether whether you want that or not.
And Sacramento with a 20-16 record in leading the Pacific Division right now,
which is no longer relevant in the NBA for any purposes of anything, right? But nice to talk about.
Hey, they'll take it. They'll take any banner they can hang.
Hey, well, they would like to end their playoff, right? The Mariners have put them in a spotlight, so they certainly like to end their playoff drought. Hey, our guys are playing. I feel for our guys right now. I really do. Our guys are playing great, and I thought the Jazz really. There was a lot of aspects of this game tonight I was super impressed by because I thought the Kings were really outplaying them for much of the night, and for the Jazz to stay in it and then be able to take the lead at one point, I thought was, on a night where they're shooting 29% from three, I thought was pretty awesome on the Jazz.
You know what I thought, David? I thought the scorekeeper should have held the clock just a little bit.
Yeah, we got to train those.
What was the Olympic year? What was that?
It's the 72, but it's the officials.
Yeah, officials run it.
Yeah.
So,
hey, any last thoughts, guys?
Lauri Markkanen, by the way, I did not want to mention this earlier, but was 15 of 15 from the line tonight. He is now 48 of his last 49 from the free throw line.
Jeez, that's pretty good.
I decided that maybe that should not have been mentioned down there a moment ago.
He's just fabulous. I mean, he's as good as advertised and better than people outside of Utah realize, and I hope he gets a chance to play in the All-Star game.
It would be really cool. The finisher.
All right, guys. Thank you. Good call. They are. Dave Locke, Ron Boone, as the Utah Jazz fall. You just couldn't drop a more heartbreaking fashion to lose to the Sacramento Kings, 117. 115, De'Aaron Fox hits what proved to be the game winner with 0.4 seconds left, but a full court heave lands in the lap of Lauri Markkanen. He gets it up from the three-point line, and what would have been a game winner, and goes off just after the buzzer. Didn't quite get it off. But, man, a tenth of a second, and the Jazz have maybe their most enjoyable win of the season.
Yeah, it was a tough one. We'll break it down. This team's resilient. They'll get through it, but this is a rough stretch. You know, it's almost insult to injury. The ball went in the basket on Lowry's, but I love the fact that this team's going to stay there. They got time on the clock. They're going to push it to the very end.
All right, we'll continue to break this down when we come back as the Utah Jazz fall to the Sacramento Kings for their fifth straight loss, 117 to 115. Stick around, more Jazz basketball coming up next.
Utah Jazz fans, celebrate your team at the official Utah Jazz Watch Party presented by Michelob Ultra. Come enjoy the game About Time at the West Jordan location. Meet jazz dancers, win prizes, and cheer on the Utah Jazz this Thursday, January 5th. And remember, all Utah Jazz Watch Parties are presented by Michelob Ultra, an official beer of the Utah Jazz. Must be 21 years of age or older. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Jazz NFTs are available exclusively through CoinZoom, the official cryptocurrency partner and NFT marketplace for the Utah Jazz. The CoinZoom NFT marketplace is a simple and secure venue for fans to purchase crypto and Jazz NFTs with a free wallet to safely store them. No crypto knowledge needed. Bid, buy, and check out easily. You can pay all the usual ways. You don't need crypto to get an NFT. Starting your NFT collection could not be easier. Download the CoinZoom app now so you never miss a Jazz NFT drop.
In honor of Arby's 2 for $7 everyday value, Arby's gave the classic roast beef you know and love a little zhuzhing. The first zhuzh adds fiery seasoning, spicy mayo sauce, and jalapenos. It's Arby's new spicy roast beef. The second zhuzh adds melty Swiss and a warm cup of au jus. It's Arby's French dip and Swiss. The final zhuzh reimagines roast beef entirely. It's Arby's crispy fish. 2 for $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
At Safelite Auto Glass, we know how busy your life can be. That's why when your windshield gets damaged, we make it easy to get it fixed. You can schedule in just a few clicks anytime at Safelite.com. Plus, Safelite comes to you at work, home, wherever. Or you can bring it to us. We'll take care of everything hassle-free. So when your windshield gets cracked, trust Safelite. Play that jingle.
Safelite Repair, Safelite Replace.
The final horn has sounded.
That'll do it.
And it's time for the Mark Miller Utah Jazz postgame show with your hosts, Jake Scott and the coach, Tim LaCombe.
Jazz postgame show as the Utah Jazz fall for the fifth straight game, 117-115 to the Sacramento Kings in heartbreaking fashion once again. Let's go down to the podium as Coach Will Hardy's talking about the loss.
You know, there's been some different things over these last 5 games that have shown up, but I thought our team tonight played the way we want to play. And I thought our transition defense was very good, protecting the basket. I thought defensively we did a good job of really making the Kings work. They hit, I think it was 5 threes in the first quarter. a couple of them in transition when we covered up the basket and they kicked it out and made some tough ones. And, I had 35 in that quarter. I thought our defense for the remainder of the game was actually really solid on both ends. There's obviously, we could all pick out plays that weren't well executed, but on the whole, I thought our defense was good tonight. And, the Kings are a talented team. We went 13 for 44 from 3 tonight, which obviously didn't help. I thought another night where we got a bunch of good looks and our team executed the way we wanted to. 16 turnovers definitely hurt us. We had some tough ones throughout the game, but our team continues to just stick with it no matter how the game's going. I thought we executed well down the stretch with the exception of our defense on the last play. And really proud of our team and how they continue to battle. I thought, outside of making a few shots, I thought they deserved to win the game tonight. I thought their approach was great. I thought their intensity was great. I thought the way they executed and moved and played with each other was what we're looking for. And so it's on us to continue to maintain that mentality and get out on the road.
De'Aaron had 22 points in the fourth quarter. How much of that was just tough shot making from him versus shots you may have liked to see?
Yeah, he hit a bunch of mid-range floater, half fadeaway, free throw line jump shots, which are shots that we're willing to live with. The last play he got on the rim, which hurt us a lot. A couple plays before that, we botched a switch and he was able to get a dunk. But outside of those 2 plays at the basket, I thought he made a lot of shots over defenders in that middle area of the court, which with a player like Fox, that's what you're trying to make him do. He's a really talented scorer, and you can't press up too far into him or else he's going right by you, as we saw in the last play. So he's a heck of a player, and he's a premier guard in this league, and he showed that tonight with a lot of that shot making in the fourth quarter. But outside of those 2 plays I just mentioned, I think he hit his only 3 in the fourth quarter as well, right in front of our bench. But for the most part, I thought that we made him play in that middle area, and credit to him, he made them all.
The last play with 0.4 left, is that something you guys have worked on, or was that just instinct in the moment?
That's all in the moment. We've worked on some full court sets, but it's hard when the ball goes in for everybody to get lined up. I thought Lowry made a break full court, and Vando threw a great pass, and I wish we had a few more tenths there to get that shot off, but it's just that's a tough break. But a heads up play from the guys to not give in, and for Lowry to go full court, and for us not to settle shooting a 90-foot touch shot.
When you lose 5 consecutive losses by 15 points, 3 of them are game winners, what's the spirit of the team? How do you, as a coach, how do you keep the spirits high?
Yeah, it hurts. It hurts right now, and it should. Losing sucks, and if losing doesn't hurt, you shouldn't be here. So I expect for our team, our coaching staff, to hurt when we lose these close games, but at the same time, it's on us the next day to look it in the face and look at the film, understand things we can do better. As our team continues to learn how to win consistently. But, when you look at a 5-game stretch and you could put together 8 plays total in 5 games, and if they went the other way, you're on a 5-game winning streak. The margin between winning and losing in this league is very, very thin, as we're seeing. And so it's on us to just maintain, a consistency of our approach, a consistency of our message, to not be too emotional, because again, emotion is unproductive. when we go back and look at this, it's easy to get mad and get really frustrated that you're losing. But you gotta take some of the hurt of losing and then look the game in the face and figure out what each of us can do better, myself included, and move forward.
You mentioned that you didn't love the defense that was played on Fox on what proved to be the game-winning basket. What would you ideally like to have seen happen there defensively?
I would like to not see the fastest player in the gym go to his left hand and shoot a layup. Lowry's 7 feet tall, so he probably shouldn't be standing above the three-point line guarding the fastest player in the gym. And we let him get to his left hand. Vando was going to double from the nail, but Lowry's stance was just a little bit open, and he was able to get to his left hand. Another situation where you're in the bonus, and so you have to be perfect with your angles, because if not, you really can't go make a play with your hip at all, because if Fox gets a bump and goes down, he's shooting 2 free throws, and we didn't even make him make a basket. And then the weak side, we have to sell out when Fox drives and trust that your teammate's going to make that secondary help. But it's when you're guarding a player with that level of athleticism, it's little things. It's 6-8 inches here, and your stance is 5 degrees too open, and he just takes advantage of it and bursts to his left hand. So it's something we'll look at as we continue to learn about these late game situations. But I was more bothered by the 3 back cuts we gave up in the fourth quarter prior to that. That put us in that position.
You gave Ochai some playing time in the first half. Why did you do that, and what have you seen from his development this season?
Yeah, I think it's time that Ochai, finds some minutes. I think he's worked really, really hard. I think he's done a great job with Scott, our G League coach, and their staff. When he's been down there getting minutes to, learn how to be a pro and understand how he can help our team. We need his physicality. We need his athleticism, especially on the defensive end. And, Ochai's embraced that. I thought the 2 threes he took tonight were good ones. I thought those were the right shots to take, and he understands that, he has the freedom to shoot those shots if the ball finds him for a catch and shoot, and continue to just compete and play hard. So, was happy with his play in the first half overall. And it's hard to have gone that long without being in the rotation, so to speak, and then you're getting real minutes, in the first half of a close game against a good team. And I thought he handled himself great.
Good. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Jazz Game Night brought to you by Mark Miller Subaru, featuring the My Subaru Is campaign. Real stories and real Mark Miller Subaru customers. Share your Subaru story for a chance to win prizes. Learn more and share your Subaru story at markmillersubaru.com as the Utah Jazz fall for the 5th straight game to the Sacramento Kings, 117-115. You hear Coach Will Hardy there giving a breakdown on the Utah Jazz loss. And, he says they're down, and they should be. Those 5 straight losses is difficult.
Yeah, and it's how it's happened. It's been these dramatic endings. Tonight was, it was about as brutal. A guy makes a shot, it bounces around for the extra 3 or 4 tenths of a second, and that's actually what gets you, So this team's resilient. They'll fight, but this is a low point. I think Coach Hardy talked about it and said it should hurt. I agree. Nothing worse than losing a close game, especially when you watch it go through and have to go through that review. So we'll break it all down. I think the word of the evening, just one stop. It's kind of been that way for a couple games here. So
Utah Jazz Most Valuable Educators, presented by Instructure, the makers of Canvas. Throughout the season, the Utah Jazz and Instructure will recognize 21 MVEs. Each one of these will receive a visit from the Jazz Bear, a $1,000 grant, a personalized jersey, and tickets to watch the Jazz game in a suite. Go to www.nba.com/jazz/MVE to nominate your favorite educator right now. That'll be it for our studio affiliates. We appreciate everyone sticking around with us in our network stations for tuning in. Coaches, Utah Jazz fall to the Sacramento Kings 117-115. I will say this, covering these guys, seeing them up close, you don't see a ton of down. The guys aren't super down. I mean, they're still holding their heads up high because they're really out there still giving it their all, and I think they're going to have a chance to win some games coming up here. When we come back, we'll go back down to the locker room, let you hear from the players. More Jazz Game Night coming up, brought to you by our friends at Mark Miller Subaru. The My Subaru Is campaign features real stories from real Mark Miller Subaru customers. Subaru owners are diverse, and each one has a unique story to share. Read more at Mark Miller Subaru owner stories, and to share your own at mysubaruis.com. More Jazz basketball coming up next.
Kids spend a lot of time sitting at school and at home, but Junior Jazz is a great way to get them moving. Help your child meet new friends, enhance their basketball skills, and best of all, have fun. Junior Jazz is proudly sponsored by America First Credit Union, PAX, Toyota, and University of Utah Health. We've got a spot waiting for your child, so visit juniorjazz.com today and find leagues in your community.
The easiest way to pizza just got easier. The Little Caesars mobile app lets you customize your hot and ready order and pick it up in our pizza portal. Your pizza, your way. Download the Little Caesars app today.
Pizza, pizza. Woodley Real Estate, a proud sponsor of the Utah Jazz, is a full-service commercial. Clients invest, buy, sell, lease, and develop real estate. With over 20 years of experience, they've represented individuals from seasoned investors to first-time homebuyers and businesses from publicly traded companies, including Qualtrics, Vivint, and Domo, to Silicon Slope's fastest-growing startups. Woodley Real Estate, finding homes for Utah's businesses and the people who run them. Learn more about Woodley Real Estate at woodley.co.
Brought to you by Chatbooks. With Chatbooks, you can print your everyday moments right from your phone with MonthBooks, their monthly photo book subscription with over 100,000 5-star reviews, starting at just $10 a month. Try your first month free using the code UtahJazz through the end of the month.
When we deliver opportunities for success, we're creating a stronger future for our community and building leaders of tomorrow. This year, Mark Miller Subaru is partnering with local charities using Subaru outreach vehicles to deliver hope during the Subaru Share the Love event. When you purchase or lease a new Subaru, Subaru will donate $250 to your choice of charity, and Mark Miller Subaru will match with an additional $250 for a total of $500 donated to charity. The Subaru Share the Love event now through January 3rd. Learn more at markmillersubaru.com.
The final horn has sounded.
That'll do it.
And it's time for the Mark Miller Utah Jazz postgame show with your hosts, Jake Scott and the coach, Tim LaCoe.
Jazz Game Night brought to you by Mark Miller Subaru, featuring the My Subaru Is campaign. Real stories from real Mark Miller Subaru customers. Share your Subaru story for a chance to win prizes. Learn more and share your Subaru story at markmillersubaru.com. Coach Tim LaCombe, Ben Anderson filling in for Jake Scott tonight as the Utah Jazz fall to the Sacramento Kings 117-115. De'Aaron Fox scores his final 2 points of his 22 in the fourth quarter with 0.4 seconds left. Jazz get a full court heave into the hands of Lauri Markkanen. He gets it up and in, but it came off his hands just after the buzzer as the Jazz lose their fifth straight.
So the closest thing I can relate in my basketball life, we played James Harden in ASU down at the Cardinals Stadium, and game right down to the wire. We ran an out of bounds play, and we tipped it. They went back and looked at it, counted it good on the floor, and then they took the basket away. So we actually won it on the floor and lost it in the review. And it's awful, you just, especially the fact that Lauri made that shot. And I'm not surprised, as crazy as it is, because he's had that kind of year. But it sums up the last, 10 days for the Jazz, and it really is just going to require them to gut through this.
Instructure, the makers of Canvas, throughout the season, the Utah Jazz, and Instructure will recognize 21 MVEs, which one will receive a visit from the Jazz Bear, a $1,000 grant, a personalized jersey, and tickets to watch a Jazz game in a suite. Go to www.nba.com/jazz/MVE to nominate your favorite educator right now. Yeah, it's just, this is the real challenge for the Jazz, and this is what makes or breaks.
Brought to you by Chatbooks. With Chatbooks, you can print your everyday moments right from your phone with MonthBooks, their monthly photo book subscription with over 100,000 5-star reviews, starting at just $10 a month. Try your first month free using the code UtahJazz through the end of the month.
When we we deliver opportunities for success, we're creating a stronger future for our community and building leaders of tomorrow. This year, Mark Miller Subaru is partnering with local charities using Subaru outreach vehicles to deliver hope during the Subaru Share the Love event. When you purchase or lease a new Subaru, Subaru will donate $250 to your choice of charity, and Mark Miller Subaru will match with an additional $250 for a total of $500 donated to charity. The Subaru Share the Love event now through January 3rd. Learn more at markmillersubaru.com.
The final horn has sounded.
That'll do it.
And it's time for the Mark Miller Utah Jazz postgame show with your hosts, Jake Scott and the coach, Tim LaCoe.
Jazz Game Night brought to you by Mark Miller Subaru, featuring the My Subaru Is campaign. Real stories from real Mark Miller Subaru customers. Share your Subaru story for a chance to win prizes. Learn more and share your Subaru story at markmillersubaru.com. Coach Tim LaCombe, Ben Anderson filling in for Jake Scott tonight as the Utah Jazz fall to the Sacramento Kings 117-115. De'Aaron Fox scores his final 2 points of his 22 in the fourth quarter with 0.4 seconds left. Jazz get a full court heave into the hands of Lauri Markkanen. He gets it up and in, but it came off his hands just after the buzzer as the Jazz lose their fifth straight.
So the closest thing I can relate in my basketball life, we played James Harden in ASU down in the Cardinal Stadium, and game right down to the wire. We ran an out of bounds play, and we tipped it. They went back and looked at it, counted it good on the floor. And then they took the basket away. So we actually won it on the floor and lost it in the review. And it's awful. You know, you just, especially the fact that Lowry made that shot. And I'm not surprised, as crazy as it is, because he's had that kind of year. But it sums up the last, 10 days for the Jazz. And it really is just going to require them to gut through this.
Utah Jazz Most Valuable Educators, presented by Instructure, the makers of Canvas. Throughout the season, the Utah Jazz and Instructure will recognize 21 MVEs, which one will receive a visit from the Jazz Bear, a $1,000 grant, a personalized jersey, and tickets to watch a Jazz game in a suite. Go to www.nba.com/jazz/MVE to nominate your favorite educator right now. Yeah, it's just, this is the real challenge for the Jazz, and this is what makes or breaks young teams. If you can fight through this type of adversity, which comes for every team in the NBA. I mean, we talked about it earlier. The Boston Celtics got shelled tonight by the Oklahoma City Thunder. They gave up 150 points in regulation. You are going to face adversity over 82 games, and it doesn't matter if you were in the finals last year, if you won the title last year, or you had the number one pick. You are going to run into it over that many games, and how do you react to that? And I mentioned, getting to cover these guys, talk to these guys. They're not down. They want to win, but this hasn't broken them, which is why I think they will snap out of this. There are teams that you see start to, the body language turns bad, the shoulders are slumped, and the heads are down as they come off the floor. It's not what you're seeing from this basketball team, and it's why these games have been decided by a total of 15 points, despite the fact that they've lost 5 straight, because they are putting everything they have into winning these games, and eventually that type of effort's going to break through.
That's well said. I think that